The Eastern South Regional Police Command, they've also arrested 10 individuals and seized 9 firearms in a series of targeted operations in Akwatia. The recovered weapons include 8 pump-action shotguns and locally manufactured single barrel gun. In a Facebook post, the police explained that the operations are part of a broader crackdown on illegal possession and use of firearms during election-related activities. Here are excerpts from the Facebook statement that the police put out regarding this particular matter, and that is what you have on your screens now. And the police have been explaining the weapons that they seized. They say the seizures form part of intensified efforts to prevent the unlawful possession and use of weapons during the electoral process. And that by-election is just some few days away. So the post also explains where the men or those who were in possession of the arms were picked up, and they have some suspects in custody, one Bernard Kumiofosu, and a search on him led to the discovery of others. And then the suspect admitted ownership of the firearm. It actually produced a valid license, but is currently in custody assisting investigation with the exhibits retained for verification. Right, so, and then another Chinese national also picked up in the process. So this is what the police puts on their Facebook page, announcing this particular arrest and seizure of the firearms around the Akwatia area. And Akwatia is very important because with September 2nd fast approaching, all eyes once now are turning again to Akwatia in the Eastern region. The town heads back to the polls to elect a new member of parliament following the sudden passing of the NPP's NS Kumi. Now, security already is high alert, with police deploying personnel to maintain camera. Already 600 police personnel already there, and 4,000 more will join them before the by-election. In just 8 days, residents will cast their vote once more. But the big question remains, what's truly at stake? There's more in the following report.
Since 1996, Akwatia's parliamentary seat has been a political battlefield. 4 wins for the NPP, 3 for the NDC. In the last election, Ernest Kumi scraped through with just over 2,000 votes for the NPP. But what should have been a routine declaration turned into hours of delays, heated disputes, and bitter accusations. The NDC still insists they were the real winners.
That result is neither here nor there. It's completely rejected. It will be treated with contempt, and we don't consider Akwatia completed.
Now, the contest is back on. Lawyer Bernard Bediaku Beidu is leading the NDC's charge, while the NPP is banking on Solomon Kwame Esumedu. But the stakes are higher this time. For the NDC, victory will secure an unprecedented 2/3 majority. For the NPP, defeat would cut deeper into their already fragile 88 seats in parliament. The ground is tense.
Saying is that for the new patriotic party, we are going to protect ourselves.
600 police officers have been deployed.
They are going to soften the ground. I want to assure you that the police will deal decisively with those people. And I think they are cowards, they cannot come.
With more than 52,000 voters set to decide, this by-election is shaping up to be far more than just a local contest. It is a fight for pride, power, and political survival. For the NDC, the aim is to win.
They won NDC. NPP, look, when you are looking at the dissent, it tells you that something is wrong with the NPP in that constituency.
For the NPP, the mission is not to lose.
If you take the budget of the NDC for 2025, there is no any plan for the good people of Akwatia.
For JoyNews, Michael Ashali.
Right, so Akwatia is obviously heating up. The Chief of Staff led a government delegation to campaign in the area over the weekend. Now let me bring in the political parties because this seat will be fiercely contested. Joining me via Zoom right now is the NDC's Deputy Director of Election, Rashid Tanko, computer. Also on the line is Deputy General Secretary of the NPP, Haruna Mohammed. So, gentlemen, good afternoon and welcome. So, we've got some few days to go already. This morning, the police is communicating to the public. They've arrested some individuals in possession of firearms and cartridges. First, let me start with you, Rashid Tanko Computer. I mean, is the place being set up for what could be a violent confrontation? Is that how you see it?
My brother, let me say good afternoon to you and my colleague, Alhaji Haruna, and your cherished viewers. But let me take the opportunity to thank the Yana and Dan Yana for bestowing me this beautiful address that I put on today, and the title of Chief Computer the First. I'm grateful to the Yana for the honor. I'm grateful. But let me tell you, we've already told supporters of NPP and their leadership that, look, they should have confidence in the police. When we met the IGP, we expressed confidence in the police for making sure that they will protect everybody and protect life and property so that we can have peaceful election. But our colleagues said they wanted to protect themselves. So they started that episode. You see, the people they've arrested, they are NPP people. They are the people. They don't want to let the general public, but I'm telling you, because they want to test the ground. And they warn that anybody who comes in there with any offensive weapon, the person will not get away with it. And then we have to thank the police for the arrest, just to let others know that they cannot get away with it.
But Tango, how do you conclude that this may be people linked to the NPP?
Well, is it not the NPP who said they will go and protect themselves? We said we will rely on the state security. So we are not bringing anybody. We will not come in there to say we are going to protect ourselves and all that. We say we'll rely on the state security. We have confidence in the police, whatever they are doing. But they said they will protect themselves. So what do you expect?
But as you speak, police has not even finished their investigation to establish the identities and what exactly why they are in possession of firearms. What we do know, however, is that they are licensed to carry them. In fact, the individuals that were arrested, including a Chinese national.
At this time moment, whether you have license or you don't have license, you are not allowed to go there with such a weapon. What license are they going to tell us? To do what? So that in that case, they will smuggle all manner of weapons into the place just because they stated that they want to protect themselves. I think these are the things we are talking about. Because they made that statement that they wanted to protect themselves, we know that this is the thing they are going to do. These are the things they are planning. And I'm happy the IGP is up to the task to make sure that you arrest them one by one. Whether you have it or not, we are going to arrest you. And I'm happy because they told us, we were in the meeting, and they told us that, look, talk to your people. We have spoken to our people. We have spoken to our leadership. We have spoken to our activists, our supporters, to behave and not to do anything that would disturb the peace in Akwatia. These people said they want to protect themselves. And now the chickens are home to roost. Can't you see what is going on now?
Let me allow Haruna his initial reaction to the police arrest of these individuals as they begin their investigation. Haruna.
Thank you very much. I will say good afternoon to Chief Computer the First. In any event, the Yana have to install His Excellency Nana Danko Ekufuado, Nana Abudani the First. And if he's getting Chief Computer the First, well, it means that you have to get a lot of computers to be submitted to our revered king of Dagbon. We call him the Saalana, Lana. So be prepared to get him a lot of computers. You cannot be a chief of computer and then you would not submit a lot of IT gadgets to him. Having said so, I think that it's not surprising that I'm listening to my brother who is at his usual best of doing propaganda. These are security matters. We have indicated that we have the right in the Constitution of the Republic of Ghana to defend ourselves. And in that manner, nobody is doing anything at all that is going to endanger the peace within the electoral affairs of the jurisdiction of Akwatia. And I can assure him, I did say on this particular platform that we would use our bare hands to defend ourselves. So basically, if you look at the arrest, I've read through the statement, and I'm happy that you are pointing out that these persons, or some of them, have been identified to have valid license to carry them. I don't know the motive in which some of these particular persons who are licensed are even remanded in custody. But in any case, on Monday, when I was coming from the north, on the stretch of the Eastern Corridor, after Atimpoku, yes, the police were doing their anti-robbery search.
Right.
And I think that is a routine thing that the police is doing, not only basically related to Akwatia. I think that it is good that the police is able to weed out unlicensed weapons. When people are licensed and there is a good reason for them not to have it, I think that the police need to properly educate people on such a matter. But I think that licensing a gun and carrying it is for a personal protection, and personal protection has no limitation. So if this is properly investigated and the police situate this to be an election-related carrying or it's an individual protection, I think that police in their professional conduct will find a way to deal with this.
But I'm curious to know, Haruna, before you move on, in all the meetings that you've had with the police, I mean, is there a definite statement that nobody is allowed to carry arms into Akwatia, license or unlicensed?
Yes. Yeah, if the police will be able to lead up to that, and the media, I'm happy, will be there on election day.
Right.
Reportage will come out, we'll see people who are actually wielding guns within Akwatia. But we have spoken to our people, we have the right to defend, and we would make sure that our lack of trust in the work of the Ghana police would lead to us protecting ourselves. We are not intending to use any weapon to protect ourselves. It doesn't matter whether somebody is holding what, somebody is holding what, and he's doing what. You have the right to protection. So the police is to protect, but our trust, lack of trust for them, is something that is very worrying. One, the police has always issued statements, official statements, when it comes to the arrest of individuals.
Right.
When we were told that 8 people in Ablekuma North, illegal elections and violence that happened in Ablekuma North were arrested, did you see any reports or statements that were put out and signed by the Ghana police? This is not the reportage that we usually get. It is just them standing and saying it. No evidence. Nobody has been arraigned before court up to today. So how do you get the confidence and the trust that the police will be doing a good work? But I think that Akwatia will open up the gateway. Many people will get to understand what this NDC party is. They always approbate and reprobate, and we will watch out. This is not going to deter anybody. We are not interested in carrying weapons. They can seize all the weapons in the world. That will not stop them from the defeat in Akwatia.
Right.
We are very resolute and we are very grounded, and we make sure that we will win this seat to honor our late MP, which is Honorable NS.
A few matters I will come to, including the visit by the Chief of Staff and some comments that he made. But Haruna, before I go to Mr. Rashid Tanko, the police already, they've got 600 individuals there. I mean, they according to the police, the initial deployment, they are hoping to beef that up with over 4,000 more. Clearly, the police is not leaving anything to chance, including a mobile, prison program that they will also be adopting on election day. But all of this remain on paper until you see the police in charge on election day. But I'm curious to know whether the NPP has confidence in the arrangements so far put together by the police.
The police will have to demonstrate and prove us, because the police were available in Ablekuma and all the violence activities happened. The police were watching on when all the activities were happening. When people were being kicked like football, the police were watching. All the activities that happened don't have like police. So I have said it before on your station that we are not looking at quantity. We are not looking at quantity. We are looking at quality. The quality and level of professionalism that's being done. I think that is what is going to set the stage. So we want to urge our people. We have heard that they have sold some uniforms for their security people to go to Akwatia, and they are going to cause mayhem. They should not bring people in the name of security and put uniforms on them and come and give them guns to be wielding them and going around. We are very aware. We know the uniforms that they are going to use. And anybody that we found in that particular uniform, we will personally arrest the person and hand the person to the Ghana Police Service. So we are very focused on the ground. Our silence should not be equated cowardice. And that is what we want the NDC to know. So
as far as the NPP is concerned, they will not recognize anybody rather than the police on election day.
If there is no recognized, we know what the military were. We know what prisons were. So far, we know what national security were. We also know what the police were. All the series of uniforms that the police wear, we know. If we find anybody that's wearing a uniform that is not an accredited security uniform, we arrest and hand over to the police.
So far, we've not been told whether the military will play
our less amount of our time. We are going to make sure that we do a very presentation approach.
All right. Tanko Computer, so, I mean, you've heard the NPP. Police says that they are in charge. Do you also expect to see only police deployment on election day?
Well, when we met the police with their election security task force, they told us everything, how they are going to handle the elections. The NPP, they were there. They were represented by 3 officers, senior officers of the party. They know the deployment plan of the police on that day.
Right.
I mean, the police cannot determine for other agencies who are also part and parcel of the national security setup. Don't forget, when we talk of election security task force, it's not only for police.
Right.
The military is part of it, immigration, fire service, custom, they're all part of the national security, election security task force. And so my good brothers should know that there are other agencies who are also part of it. But the lead is the police. Yes, we all agree. And we are saying that they are noted for coming to elections with offensive weapons. We saw it in Ablikwanov. The only political party that came to election polling station with offensive weapon was NPP. They came there. One of their senior officers was holding pepper spray. No NDC person was arrested holding any dangerous weapon. It was only NPP.
But Tanko, so holding pepper spray is not illegal.
Oh, it's an illegal thing. It's stated as one of the illegal dangerous weapons which is not allowed during election area. The items they've listed, if you go and look at it, pepper spray is one of them. So what she was holding was a dangerous weapon, as described by the Election Security Task Force. That was it. And it was an NPP officer who was holding it. No NDC officer was arrested with any weapon of that sort. So they have a history. We don't have it. And then we are saying that we will still comply with the police. But they say they want to defend themselves. And we are saying that if somebody use that want to defend yourself, you must watch them closely. Because they have a history of misbehaving at polling stations that lead to a story that we don't want. And that's what we are telling them. Look, they are going to lose this election. They've even lost it before the first ballot is cast. Because the people are ready to vote for NDC. When our chief of staff went there and met the chiefs, the opinion leaders, you heard their promises. They all pledged. They want to be part of the reset agenda. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama is doing fantastic. And then so they want to join it, that reset agenda.
But on that,
they also want to have the fruit of their labor.
On that and the comments from the chief of staff that the NDC government is very interested in developing Akwatia and actually thrown an invitation to them that they should bring at least 3 chiefs or opinion leaders to the Jubilee House so that they can discuss Akwatia's development. Why now that we have an election coming up?
I am saying that we are barely 8 months in office. People are enjoying the better Ghana under the reset agenda. They are enjoying it. And so if the chief of staff extends similar invitation to them, that's good for them. They should come. They should bring their development paradigm, what they want. They will look at it and then see the areas that they need agency of support from the presidency. Within 8 months, go and see other constituencies. And I'm saying that this is not a campaign promise. It's a doable object that he has given to them. And they know that we are going to deliver. They know we have a history of delivery.
And he chose to do this. He chose to do this knowing very well that we've got few days to the elections.
Oh, I am saying that governance is continuous. That's why I said the other time on your platform that the fact that we are going to have election on 2nd September doesn't mean that governance should not continue. Governance will continue. And we are saying that the president is not in town. He has represented the president over there and informed them, look, you can bring your chiefs to come and tell us what you expect us to do within the shortest possible time.
Right.
Because within this period, a lot of communities, a lot of districts have started enjoying. You don't have an MP now. Unfortunately, your MP died. May his soul rest in perfect peace. We are all mourning him. There is a replacement. Thank God, a reset agenda is enrolling. You need to be part of it. So that if you send a person from your outfit to come and join the government of His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, it makes it easier for you. But if you go and vote NPP, they will only be giving you press conferences. It's only press conference they can give. You know them. That's what they will present to you.
Let me allow some reactions from Haruna. So Haruna, the claim here is that perhaps the NDC is using the upcoming parliamentary by-election to sort of pull the chiefs to the side of the NDC. The chief of staff says that bring your people, let's sit down and discuss development. Some are questioning the timing of this.
I think that I must commend you as a very professional media person for bringing up the issues in perspective. What is different from what happened in Kumu when the NDC were all over, when even 2024 was a year of roads. When we were constructing roads, we told them that no matter how, if there is by-election, it doesn't mean that governance stops, right? So these were roads that were captured in the budget of the New Patriotic Party government. And we were doing them. When we went to Asino, roads were happening. They were seeing that because of the by-election. Today, it's just in. You see, these people are very honest. They would never be truthful to the good people of Ghana. Again, we were on government. We were in government, right? And in Asino, the Asino people failed to vote for the government of the day and vote for an opposition party. So it is not straight jacket that when you are in government and you are going for by-election, the people will choose somebody to come and represent you. And you see, let me tell you how dishonest the chief of staff is.
Right.
The chief of staff, with a stroke of a pen, can instruct many things to happen in this country. And when the budget was being prepared for Ghana in 2025, they did not find the need to capture anything on Akwatia. All the big push that they have put through, there is nothing that is captured for Akwatia. Today you are inviting and looking in the face of the chiefs of Akwatia and tell them that you are inviting them to the Jubilee House for them to discuss the issues of development in Akwatia. I think that it is too late. The Osewo, who is the chief of Wenchi, is a paramount chief among the paramount chiefs in the area. Look, was part of very strategic institutions that champions the development of the Achim area and the eastern region and the Esiwo traditional area. So for me, I think that the NDC is exhibiting their lack of honesty and sincerity when it comes to governance system. We are not going to be moved by what they are doing. Like I told you, look, victory doesn't need a lot of noise. We are going to win this election. We are going to maintain it and honor the member of parliament, the late member of parliament, who is currently resting, waiting for him to be sent for his final rest. So for us, we are not moved, but his speech, all that he has said is lack of confidence and dishonesty, because you cannot continue to do this. And now you are coming back. And that's why I always say that the NDC party, they are always approbating and reprobating. These are the people. You see them. They will start singing. That is how they are. So for me, I am not disturbed, but it is a fact that the truth has now been established. They were singing a different song when we were in Kumu. They were singing a different song when we were in Asino. We were singing a different song when we were in Ejisu. Today they are telling you, the deputy director of election is telling you, no matter how, if there is by-election, it doesn't mean that governance stops.
Right.
I am happy. Dr. Tanko Rashid Computer, thank you very much for realizing the truth today. And you are championing the truth and you have said it to the good people of Ghana. This is the NDC that we have. They will come to tell you the truth tomorrow when the truth dawns on them. And that is what we always say.
All right.
We in the NPP, we have always maintained one standard: honesty, truth, diligence, and serving the people where it matters most. And that is what we always stand for.
All right, thank you very much for your time, gentlemen. Haruna Mohammed is a Deputy General Secretary of the NPP, and Rashid Tanko Computer, a Deputy Director of Elections with the NDC. And the stage is set. The election is coming up on September 3 in Akwatia. It's a parliamentary by-election. And closely related to matters of politics is that a youth group, the Northern NPP Concerned Youth, is demanding that NPP presidential hopeful Dr. Brian Champon issues an unqualified apology to fellow contender Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia over a recently trending video they've condemned as ethnic bigotry. Now, the group says when that is done, it will serve as a deterrent to others who engage in similar behavior. Speaking at a news conference in Tamale, Communications Director Al-Hassan Mohammed Suawi described Dr. Champon's comments as unguided and likely to undermine the progress of the NPP that the NPP has made in the 5 northern regions.
All groups and individuals continue to condemn New Patriotic Party flag bearer hopeful Dr. Brian Champon's recent comments regarding Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia's performance in the North. The critics argued that his remarks about Dr. Bawumia's loss being attributed to tribal dynamics amounts to tribal bigotry. The latest to mount an attack is the Northern NPP youth in Tamale. Addressing the press conference, Communication Director of the group, Al-Hassan Mohammed Swawi, said the attack on the former vice president are needless and stem from perceived hatred towards Northerners.
We have taken his comments as unguided and tend to derail the progress made by NPP in the 5 northern regions. Indeed, Dr. Brian Champon distasteful and unwanted attacks on the revered former Vice President Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia are needless and stem from perceived hatred towards Northerners. The NPP as a national party abhors discriminatory political discussions and embraces all manner of people irrespective of one's religious and ethnic background. Therefore, these avoidable ethnic bigotry remarks came as a shock to us as a youth of the party.
Mr. Swawi said the party's loss at the 2024 elections stems on several factors which went beyond the flag bearer.
And truth be told, the party lost the 2024 elections on several factors which went beyond the flag bearer, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, and it's imperative for Dr. Brian Champon to speak to hardcore facts and disease from doubling in ethnic and then chieftaincy, sentiments. On records, our flag bearer, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, in the history of the 4th Republic, campaigned more than any of the presidents or the flag bearers in the country. And this is based on the number of times he went around the country with a clear message for the party. So even if Dr. Brian Champon won't pay Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia back, he shouldn't go on this dangerous path of being an ethnic bigot to court the attention of the delegates and Ghanaians as a whole.
Well, we've got more coming your way in today's edition of The Pulse. We'll take a short break right now, though, and return with more stories coming your way this afternoon. Stay put.